Ahoy, it's the Unbreakable Souls crew. We introduce a pep talk between Dogozo and Esme. Ahoy.
Welcome me.
Work is fine. How are you?
Fine. How's Monday?
It's not blue, luckily. It's not.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm traveling you on a Monday morning.
You are troubling me on a Your mind is always
because my mind works overtime like that.
works all the time, friend, all the time. So me, I must pay for it for being a PA, for being a PA, for being a PR.
It's a important game. Join us.
Hi guys.
So yeah. So I wanted to ask you, Namchand, something that's in my heart, and I wanted us to discuss it.
Mm-hmm.
The issue of double standards.
Okay.
I'm noticing a lot of people have them. I can't exclude myself from the equation. I also have those traits.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So Angad, according to you, how would you define double standards?
Double standards. I will define because it's there's standard and then there's double standard, ne? Standard is when you are living a life of quality and attainment. That's standard, and then double standards, it's actually changing yourself, your principles, to be something that you're not. You change yourself to be something that you're not. So when you're living a double standard, you're actually living two lives. You live the quality that is your standard life to being something that you're not. So most of us, because of wanting to fit into society and wanting to be recognized, we actually change ourselves. Like you said, I have those traits as well. All of us, we do. I sometimes, because I want people to accept me, I change myself from what I'm supposed to be, from being a quality Esmeralda to being something else. Then that's like when you leave yourself to be something that you're not. That's living double standards.
Yeah. But we live in a world that's demanding. I think that's why we find ourselves in this predicament.
Yeah.
Because personally, why I thought of this topic was that, these days it's just so hard. I don't think my parents went through what we're going through.
No.
I must be perfect at work. I must shine at home as a mama's nanny. I must shine at just being your friend. I'm in pressure, guys. Like, I must shine and be this perfect girlfriend, this perfect wife. I mean, I think personally, I would just resort to double standards. I need to life is just happening. It's fast.
Yes.
So the first thing to do is to please you and behave in a way that's gonna please you, so you can accept me. Right? And so the next person is easier than me having to acknowledge with dude, I can't do this. Because if I tell you I can't do this, or I'm honest about how I feel, when now you're gonna be posting there now and thinking and say toxic people. people.
Yeah. Like you say, friend, I think our lives, Jay, we end up wanting to change ourselves.
Hi, Peter.
So do you think though it's necessary for us to put ourselves in that pressure, friend? Wanting to live double standards. Is it so hard for us today to be authentic? Why do we struggle so much?
I think as I mentioned, it's about us wanting to be socially acceptable. And I think our society, we have adopted this culture of being happy and what's the other word? We want to be happy and high flyers, high achievers.
Yes,
we always want to seem like we know everything. If we don't know, we don't know when to draw lines of, I know this thing up to here, let me let the experts, or let me ask friend for help. I think that's why many people will even resort to suicide, because they don't understand, because how come I don't know how to do this? Because mang can be good at work, and then they can have a balanced family, and then like, why can't I have all of that aligned? Yeah, but especially for us, you are a medic, so already people are expecting for you to be wealthy and having this perfect family, and pressure is just, I think it's because we put too much pressure on ourselves, that people have used this double standard as a coping mechanism, which is, as I said, it's just easier to twist your standard than to be who you really are, for people to accept you.
Kahle, we want acceptance.
Yeah, I think we more or less, we just want to be accepted. I don't know, we validate ourselves through being accepted by people around us.
That's what it is. That's why we even have social media, because you put a picture and you want people to like it. It's validation. You want people to comment. And if ufaka sithombe and people don't comment, you feel like so we put ourselves in this life of being validated. If I validate, then I'm not enough.
So I don't know, which other scenarios have you also seen double standards? Yeah, because when I say it's Facebook, most people have double standards because they want to receive many likes. Which other scenarios would you?
I would say church. A lot of us in Masondweni, I would not speak about I'm a Muslim or anyone else. I'll speak about Christianity, because that's what I live. That's where I am. Esondweni, most people are perfect under the building. Yeah, we are all perfect. We are all after God's heart. Upuma ngaphandle, you are the most hurting person ever. Upuma ngaphandle, you go home and beat up your wife. You go back home and abuse your kids. But esondweni, you put yourself as this perfect godly man, godly woman, who quotes verses, but actually in real life you are none of those things. People wear double standards about esondweni. Most of us esondweni, we are not what we portray to be in the building. And then another place where I think double standards are visible in relationship, especially if you're because let's just take Uti, I'm the wrong person in the relationship, I have hurt you. I will try to defend myself, and now when you defend yourself, you are not being yourself anymore, because you're trying to get validation from people. You try to say, but naye when they look, the reason music divorce when they look, you always want to find reasons no matter what
you're doing. That's very true. We justify what we're doing.
Yeah, you justify what you're doing. The sexual abuse as well. No one just sits there and say, yeah, I raped her. They always find ways to. Was wearing a short skirt. She looked at me in that way. I bought her a beer.
Yes, remember that thing last year? What was it called? Remember that Durban Survivor thing?
Yes.
Like how many came out were said, and I'm sure it's the same people when there's protest on gender-based violence. They are there.
Yeah,
they are there talking against it.
No, they don't think they rape anyone, because Musi ukutengeli McDonald's. And he's got a right to actually do whatever he wants. Ukutengele ibia eklabini, he's got a right to do whatever he wants. I was actually speaking to a friend of mine last week. I'm sitting here thinking how many people I've raped. I was like, what do you mean? Was how many girls in my life when I was like 19 and 18 that said I don't want to, but I ended up doing it, and I said no, she wanted it. Even though I was laughing about it, but sitting here now at my 40s, I'm asking myself, how many girls did I rape? How many girls said no and I said yes?
And then,
So it's double standards. We actually do it, like you said, number one, we want to fit in. Number two, we want validation. We want to be accepted, and we want to be defensive.
Yes, because we're trying to maintain that picture perfect thing.
Exactly.
So even if you are doing something wrong, you're going to justify it. So
yes. 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 So it's all double standards. It's an image problem. When you're living double standards, you just want to feed your image. You know, like I remember one time we spoke about people that once people like, maybe if I'm going through problems, I must say it out, you know, but now they are going through the same thing, but they don't say anything, you know. It's like you want to feel good all the time about other people's misery. What did you think, how would you deal with someone who's dealing, like, who's got double standards around you, maybe at work, maybe your friend, myself, who asked me has lost the plot. Who asked me something? And my friend
hayi xoli nakuxolo wafika kahle no ngizofika kahle uxolisa khuluma sengitshela no-2 ngithi no mina I think with the best thing, I mean, we're friends. I mean, that's what friends are for. As I've said, we are all, I think we all at some point, we do have double standards.
All of us.
Because of the reasons we've mentioned before, we want to seem perfect, we want to seem on top of our game, yeah, you know. But I think friendship, it's that, it's telling you as a friend, or with type of friend, I know you, what's happening. Because some people would resort to double standards because they are scared of losing. They're scared of losing themselves. They are scared of losing their loved ones. So they resort to it just to keep, and they don't realize that you actually end up losing, you know. So my recommendation will be, in any case, just be yourself. You're gonna lose anyway. You don't lose the person and yourself, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's like the hardest thing to do. And I think the other hardest thing to do really is confrontation, you know, confronting and telling someone. But I always say, you're not doing me a favor if you don't tell me the truth as your friend.
Yeah.
You're not helping me. Because sometimes a person is not even aware that they're having double standards. I guess that's why we're even talking about it. I'm sure even the guys that are listening, as we are engaging with them, they're actually realizing, you know what, there are things and areas in their life where they do have double standards, but they're not realizing. But it's just that in our life, everyone is going for the first prize. I don't even know what that first prize is, but we're all going for that first prize. And we are losing ourselves in the process. We're losing friendships in the process because we're trying too hard to seem perfect. So I think the first thing, my advice is just be yourself.
Yeah, that's so true. That is so true. Hey, we try too hard. Yo, and I'm thinking, even Umbali is saying, yeah, we do. I'm thinking, because now that we're speaking about it, I'm thinking I have lived double standards at friend. I have. There's areas in my life where I did live, like, you know, you like wanting to fit in, wanting to be accepted, you know, wanting to do better, you know. And sometimes you leave yourself, man, like, you know, acting is a job for most people, you know.
Yeah.
And here you are.
No, you become.
Why is my mind tired? Why do I feel drained? It makes you unhappy. But it's like it makes you unhappy, you know.
It's very true. Yes, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to try. Like, let's say, Mshambe, you pretend to be living in Shanghai and I mean, dude, aligning your lives now. Now your lives must align, and now you must try and remember all your lives. No, it's too much.
Yeah.
No, now me, and actually, I think I have, and it's really hard. It's really hard to maintain the life.
There's a question from Dipu. Hi, ladies. How do you separate double standards and inflexible? Dipu, now I was question Lenji. All right.
friend, yeah.
Being flexible, you don't leave yourself, you know. You just like take things easy. That's what I think about being flexible, you know. I still maintain my standard, but like, let's just take, I'm sitting with a group of guys that are drinking, because I don't drink, you know. I'm flexible that I'm gonna sit with them and have fun even though I don't drink. That's being flexible. I'm not gonna be there. I'm not gonna sit with you guys because you guys are drinking. I'm not part of the, you know, you're drinking, let me leave you. No, because we're all sitting there, we're having fun. I'm just gonna join in, have the conversation, have my cold drink, and still have fun with those people. That's being flexible. But I don't leave myself that now to fit in I must now drink alcohol to make them happy. That's now double standards.
Yes, because at church you came in, you said you don't drink, you drink the blood of Jesus.
Yes, I hope people will giving yourself that you're not, you know. Because like we explained, the Kaleni standard is quality, you know. So you leave yourself, you leave the quality of yourself to being something that you're not.
I mean, personally, I would say it's whatever decision, and it's because the standard, I now understand it's like it's your guiding principle.
Yes.
If it's not causing harm to the next person, then I would say it's being flexible. But when it's causing harm, double standard. Like what we mentioned, especially that gender-based violence, because you hurt someone. Yes, you say you beat them because, but that's hurting someone. You could have addressed the issues.
Yes.
Didn't have violence. So yeah, that's another scenario where there it's a double standard, because you said, well, now you don't beat women.
Yeah.
But now, yeah, you find it.
There you are. Thanks, Dipo, for the question. She says thank you for the clarity. Friend, before we go, what would be your take-home message for us living in double standards?
Hi, Madonna. Nang Madonna. We're talking about double standards. So to me, yeah. My take-home message will be, I think the best thing, what we should try to achieve in life, to be yourself. There's nothing wrong with not knowing. You know, there's nothing wrong. If you don't know, you don't know. There's nothing wrong with with expressing your weakness. Of course, you have to do it with someone that you trust. But I always feel it makes you a better person if you are open about that you're not able to do something. Yeah, but you know, I always make examples about relationship, because those play a major role in our lives for what some reason. But and then you'll be like, I'm cheating, I'm corner, you know? I'm stuck here. What can I do? Any advise you, you know? Yes. So, just be authentic, be real, know what you know what you don't know, seek help when it's needed, and then, you know, you'll live a better life. I believe that a path to success and a path to full happiness is when you are yourself, when you are true to yourself.
Authenticity, friend.
Yes, authenticity is true happiness. I wish more people can just be themselves. I think really, especially social media, it's really contaminated our minds. We're trying too hard to be things that we are not. And miserable. Hence, there's so many people that suffer from depression. If you can look at the and we that find ourselves in the predicament that we live by double standard. You have somebody else at work, you have somebody else at home, somebody else. I believe in being yourself right across.
Yeah. Okay. Not so much, friend. I think we'll all strive for being authentic now. I know, being ourselves, and it's hard in our day and age. But you know, I think because living a double life just is a lot of work. It's seriously a lot of work. So we'll strive.
Life is over.